So I had this one person ask me, they said, how did you develop this mindset? Where did you learn all this from? How did you improve to the level that you are spiritually and inside? And I told them, look, I did read books and all that stuff, but it's not so much that I read the books. I actually learned to listen to myself on the inside, and I had to stop distracting myself so much. And that's why I started going out in nature a lot more and just quieting my mind, staying away from my phone and electronics and entertainment for so long, so that way I can actually figure out what is it when I'm actually inside of my mind. What is it that I actually think and feel and believe in? What is it that I want to go to? What is it I want out of life? And what should I be doing with myself? I actually had to quiet everything in order to do that. And right now, most of our lives is really just with us distracting ourselves. This is why I had to stop playing video games as much as I was playing, because I was just simply distracting myself through life. And a lot of us do that. Sometimes you can have addictions to other things, like we have substance abuse. Sometimes we're just using the substances to distract us through life until it's over. We have alcohol to distract us through what we actually feel until it's over. And we're pretty much addicted to dopamine. We're dopamining ourselves to death. And then when the dopamine dies down, we think life is bad. We feel sad or we feel depressed. We say something's wrong because I'm actually feeling things. The whole point was we were supposed to be feeling the whole time and get used to feeling. And we are scared of feeling things now. And so we say, something's wrong with my life. I don't want to be here anymore because I'm feeling things. And I know it's not that simple for every person, but I'm just giving you a baseline assessment on what I figured out, because I've gone through sadness as well. And we're supposed to experience emotions. I'm not happy every day, but I also understand that we're not supposed to be. We're never guaranteed an easy, happy life. And I think this is where people go wrong, and they destroy their own selves from the inside, is believing, I'm supposed to have this happy life. And when sad moments happen and bad things happen, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be here. I don't want to feel it. And that's why some people start turning towards, like I said, substances once again. I have never used any substances like drugs. I've never taken any drugs in my life. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. And I do not drink any alcohol, because I come to the decision that I want to experience life as it is. And I want to focus on unlocking my true self, my mind, on my own. I don't want a substance to distract me or do it for me. I believe the goal of life is to try to unlock it yourself. And a lot of us, what we're doing is we're distracting ourselves from doing it because it's work. It's work, and sometimes the truth that you find about yourself may not be pleasant, and we want a pleasant life. I got news for you. You try so hard to get a pleasant life, you don't realize unpleasant things happen regardless. It doesn't matter what you do. You get substance abuse all through life, and you're still going to have unpleasant experiences. And the substances, no, they aren't actually helping you. It's just basically we're trying to dopamine our way through life until it's over. Where you could take the reverse route and decide to, maybe I should enjoy the experience while it's happening versus trying to numb myself through the experience. And that's the route that I decided to take with life. And so when that person asked me, how do I get to this level? It was like, well, this is actually what makes life fun. This is what makes life interesting, is trying to figure out myself, trying to figure out the world, and trying to understand people more, and putting my investment into things that are actually real. There's nothing wrong with entertainment and having hobbies. I know, like I said, I did gaming, and I spent so many years gaming, but it was actually just a waste of life. It's not the truth for every person that it's a waste of life, but the way that I was doing it, there was no real benefit to it. I have nothing to show for me actually gaming, other than I can probably play some fighting games good or something like that, but that doesn't really mean anything right now to my life. But I think entertainment is fine, some escapism is fine, but understanding an addiction, and also understanding when you're doing it to kind of numb yourself from the real aspects of the world, that's where it becomes dangerous. And that's what it can be, anything for any person. Right now, the biggest addiction that almost every person has is food, overeating. Like the fact that we have the word diet, which means that we're trying to change the way we're eating to lose weight, because We have life so good that we can just overeat constantly and then still be sad. We have the ability to overeat constantly and be sad, versus another country of people are struggling to have enough food, and then they perceive, their perception of life is that they're probably enjoying it. Some people, I can't really speak for everyone, but just think about that. We have all this food that we can eat and you're still sad. Food comes easy to you and you're mad about the fact that you have to work. But you don't understand how working and getting an income so that you can afford to be a glutton is actually a privilege. It's actually a privilege that you can overeat, and it's all up to you how much you get to eat with your own money that you earned, and you can decide to work overtime if you want to have more money to eat more food and actually make yourself more depressed. So it's actually, we are taking in too much, where we should actually get rid of the things that we don't need so that you can enjoy your life. We don't need as much food, and actually, if you think about it, if you stopped eating as much food, you actually save more money. Literally, just if we're talking about losing weight means reducing calories, if you reduce your calories, then you reduce the money that you have to spend on the food. Let's say if you just continue to eat the same foods, but you ate less volume of the foods, or if you ate less frequently, technically that's what leads to weight loss, less calories. If you continue to eat the same amount of calories, you're going to gain weight. But if you just take down just a little bit of it, not even just a third of your calories, you would probably start saving money. So then that solves a little bit of your money issue. You eat less because you need to lose weight anyway. Now you have more money. Think about the clothes that you wear. How many outfits do you actually need to wear, and why? Why do you need the amount of outfits that you need? Have you ever considered that? Is there a reason why you have to have the specific amount of different outfits that you need to wear for any reason other than you need someone to see you wearing something different? Why do people need multiple different outfits to wear? Why is it impossible to wear maybe the same outfits every single week and that could just be it for the rest of your life? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you something to think about. It really is no reason that for most people why you have to have as many outfits and things that you do have. We don't need to have it. It's kind of just where we build our own world, and some of these things that you are connecting yourselves to think that you need this amount of anything is what's really making your life not feel like it's worth it. Sometimes it's what you choose to connect to, and a lot of it is society, the pressures from keeping up with other people. Like I mentioned in another video, like me watching Game of Thrones was not because I actually had an interest in Game of Thrones, but it was like most people talked about Game of Thrones in a way. I felt like I missed out on something. I watched Game of Thrones, I enjoyed it, but technically, did I really miss on anything that could change my life? No, I didn't really. Game of Thrones didn't change my life for the better or anything. It was just something I did. It was just another way of me just spending time to get through life versus enjoying life the best way I can. And sometimes, yeah, you will have entertainment that will be part of it, but just understanding that how you use it is going to be is going to be crucial, and not being so addicted to dopamine that you can't discover the truth about yourself and unlocking the best parts of this whole experience of why you're here,